This country of yours, America, that showed us you were ready for the next step. Were you perfect? No, most aren't. But we decided you were ready after your Great War. We believed you were finally in a place to unify the planet. So, 171 years after the beginning of your country's great experiment, we sent an ambassador. The first since the Mayans, you might remember.
Of course. We'll get on with it.
You're going to want to make a new title.
All right. What is it?
The 1947 ambassador. Roswell.
Really? That's original?
I'm sorry. But as you know, the sending of an ambassador is not original. Not at all. It was actually the fifth in your planet's short history.
No, I meant Roswell. It's in every alien story. You know what? Never mind. Just get on with it. Can't stand the sight of you already.
The ship hovered, as it was supposed to. He waited for someone to greet him. But that's when things changed. People didn't show up. Instead, some kind of guided explosive collided with the side of our ship, and it crashed. People from the town showed up then, but things became blurred. The ambassador was hurt. Dust was everywhere. Sometime later, large trucks showed up. We could hear boots crunching through the debris. Before we knew it, the ship was loaded onto the truck, and so was he. From there, things went dark. Either the ambassador had died, or he had been brought to somewhere we could no longer reach him, and we believed we had failed. But we never stopped watching. There was still hope you may find our gifts in the wreckage, and as it turns out, you did. We still don't know if the ambassador survived the crash, but somehow you figured out his two main objectives. Those being to bring about unity on your planet and to propose the need to explore further. Do you know what happened 22 short years after the crash?
No. How about you wow me with some conveniently timed facts?
All right, I will. 22 years after 1947, your country took the first step towards unity. A message was sent from one university computer to another, 350 miles away. It was short, but poetic. Login is what it read. The computer to receive it could only decipher the first two letters. We received the entire word, of course, but no one on Earth knew that. It wasn't much, but it was a start.
Of what?
A thing you called the internet. Made it possible for you to exchange knowledge globally. It brought you closer together. We were so proud. Little did we know the best was yet to come. Login happened the year 1969. Can you think of anything else that might have excited us that year?
I could tell you in a minute. If we still had that thing called the internet.
And that is why you don't. 1969 was the year that you put a man on the moon. You left the Earth for the first time since your creation. We looked on as proud parents while you completed our second goal. We were certain the ambassador had completed his mission. If only that pride and certainty could have lasted. We looked closer, believing your species had indeed deciphered our message. But we quickly realized your achievements were not guided by our hands. The moon landing was nothing more than an attempt to further demonstrate your country's importance. The internet was noble at first, and actually had us holding on to hope for a while. Ultimately, that led nowhere. You are a greedy, selfish species.
So that means we need to die.
You can look at me, you know. It really is more than just our eyes that make us different. Your death was greatly debated, and still is. Many believe your species is suffering from what you would call the teenage years. Others believe you're beyond help.
So you thought a little starvation could straighten us out?
No. But we did hope that by taking away your distractions and giving you a firm talking to, it might.
I know you haven't looked outside in a while, but whether or not you'll admit it, you're killing us.
Again, that is not a part of this mission. You are killing yourselves. We are simply here to tell you the story, the one we just finished, and to tell you one thing further. We hope that what I have just told you can bring about change, and if we have to come back, our mission will be different, and we will kill you.
Great. So we're actually done. This has a lot more value than you let on. Now that it's finished, it's time to check on your friend. Oh no.
You're still a murderer.
Everyone's entitled to an opinion.
So what happens now?
Well, your mission is over.
So I imagine you'll be leaving soon.
You're going to let me go?
If you're in that room by the time I get back, the odds of that happening will be much greater. I want to be looking at the real you when I make my decision.
You don't need any more blood on your hands. I understand you are dealing with a difficult situation, but I think we've become friends. In a way. I could never hurt. Even if we don't agree on much. And I hope you feel the same about me.
If you don't get out of my head, I feel that my decision will be made.
What if I told you my mission isn't done?
What don't you understand about get out?
We're all here to spread our story, but I'm here for something more.
Well, you're not going to be around much longer.
I'm here to collect. Run.